All right, so let's get started. You guys can hear me? Okay, so in the last lecture, we started talking about the Linux, and now let's get started talking about the SQL now. Okay, so we are talking about SQL structure query language. Let me share my screen. Okay. Um, okay, so this SQL is pretty much important for everyone. 1 minute, let me just cross check whether. Okay, so this SQL is very, very important, especially those who want to start the career into the database administration. Let's say if you want to start your career with the Oracle DBA or PostgreSQL DBA, if you want to start your career with the data side, like maybe you want to start. My voice is not clear, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Others, voice is clear? Yes. Okay, fine. So yeah, so this SQL is pretty much and very, very important, especially those who want to start the career into the database administration, or maybe you want to start your career with the data related technologies like data analyst, data engineer, or maybe in data science also. SQL is a kind of generic technology where almost all the IT related technologies SQL play a very, very important role. Okay, and that's the reason we have started talking about the SQL also. um especially for freshers, those who don't know about SQL, before we jump to the any technology, SQL play a very, very important role, and that is the reason whenever we want to start any technology, like it can be any technology, okay, we always start talking about the Linux and SQL. So right now we are continuing with the SQL. So what is SQL? Like, many people are thinking that is it a programming language or how is that? Okay, let's try to see that. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, let me do one thing. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so whenever we are talking about a database, like, what we do in database, we store our transactions. Like what we do in database, we basically stored our transactions over there. So what type of transactions? Like when I'm checking my account, okay, when I'm checking my account, I can see that there are 10,000 rupees are available in my account. Okay, so where is this transaction get stored, right? When you say that, okay, I have some 10,000 rupees in my account, so that should be mentioned somewhere now. It should be there, right? So that is getting stored on your database level only. Where it is, where you can see that, you can see that on your database only. So for example, let's say you are going to the bank. Okay, consider that you are going to the bank. Okay, consider that you are going to the bank, and in that bank you are doing some transactions. What transactions? Let's say you are doing some deposit, or let's say you are doing some withdraw. Okay, so whenever you are doing some deposit, whenever you are doing some withdraw, or whenever you are using your ATM, that's something we called it as a transactions. So that transaction should be recorded somewhere now. So where you are recording it, so that transactions details will be recorded into the, where it will be getting recorded into the database only. It will be recorded into the database. So database store all the transactions. Let's say you are going to the Amazon and you want to purchase something. You are saying that, okay, I want to purchase my, you are going to the Amazon and you are saying that I want to purchase. What do you want to purchase? Let's say you are going to the Amazon and you want to purchase some camera or mobile phone. You are paying some amount, right? So where that transactions will be recorded. So that transactions will be recorded into the database. Now in IT industry, when we talk about the IT industry, we have multiple databases are there. Like we have Oracle database, we have MySQL database, we have SQL Server database, we have PostgreSQL database, right? These are the different databases are there. These are the topmost which are, really used in IT industry. So for example, let's say I want to use a camera, right? Or let's say I want to use a mobile phone. So when you want to use a mobile phone, we have a multiple options are there, right? Maybe I will go with the Apple iPhone. I will go with the MI phone. I may be going with OnePlus. I may be going with Samsung. Similar way, whenever the project is thinking that, whenever the project is saying that, boss, I want to use a database. So they have multiple options are available. So these are the multiple options are available in the RDBMS databases. Now what will happen if you want to play with this database? Like let's say you want to communicate with this database or you want to manage this database, you need one language. Like the way you are talking to, like we guys are talking to each other. So when we both are talking to each other, we are using some language, right? So that language is English, correct? So that language is English. Similar way, when you are talking to the Oracle database, MySQL database, or SQL Server, or PostgreSQL database, or any other database, we need one language, and that language we call it as a SQL. So SQL is what? SQL is a structured query language. It's a language. It's a language to communicate with the multiple database. Now, do I need to learn Oracle SQL or MySQL SQL or SQL Server SQL? It's not a problem, okay? If you know how to use SQL, if you know how to use SQL for Oracle database, the same SQL concept, you can use it for MySQL, SQL Server, or PostgreSQL. Similar way in the Linux operating system also, right? So what we have seen in Linux, like if you know how to use Ubuntu operating system, the same command you can use it on Red Hat Linux, same command you can use it on CentOS, same command you can use it on Oracle Linux. So almost are same, almost a little bit changes will be there, but SQL is kind of generic terminologies and the same language you can use for any database. Okay, now which database to use? Like you can go with Oracle database, Postgres database. It's up to you. It's up to you which database you want to use. What I will do, I'll go with the Oracle. Okay, again the same concept, you can use it with PostgreSQL also or SQL Server. It's up to you, both you can do that. So what I will do, when we talk about the Oracle, okay, or you can talk about the PostgreSQL also, okay, anything is fine, okay, anything is fine. So what is SQL? SQL, I got to know that it's a language, and by using that language I will communicate with my database. So what I will do, what I will do with this Oracle database or PostgreSQL database, how it looks. See, whenever you want to install Oracle database or PostgreSQL database, first of all you need one server. First of all you need one server. Okay, consider that I have purchased one server. So you can use physical server, like you consider that I have a laptop or I have a computer, that's my physical server. Or you can also use a cloud related services like AWS, GCP, or Azure. On that server you are going to install some operating system. Like which operating system you are going to install? Let's say you will use some operating system like Linux operating system, or maybe you can use Windows operating system. It's up to you. Under that operating system you are going to install some database. Okay, so these are my operating system, and under that operating system you are going to install your database. Now this database, this is my database. Now this database can be your Oracle database, or it can be your PostgreSQL database, or it can be MySQL or SQL Server, anything. Okay, so right now what I will do, I already have my Windows operating system. Okay, I already have my Windows operating system. Under this in Windows operating system I am going to install my Oracle database. So first part we will do is installation, because I need a system to do the practice. I need a system to do the practice. So first of all we will do the installation, and then we are going to learn about the SQL command. Then we are going to learn about the SQL command. So how to do the installation? Which database we are going to install? We will go with the Oracle. We will go with the Oracle. And if you have enrolled to the Oracle, again we will do the installation of Oracle database in Oracle DBA class also, as well as when we start the PostgreSQL DBA, there also we will do the PostgreSQL database installation. So that part will be separate. Right now my main intention is to communicate and talk about the SQL only. Okay, so first of all we will use Oracle database. Which version? I will go with Express Edition, 21C Express Edition. And then where you are going to install, I will use on Windows operating system only. I will go with Windows operating system. Again, don't compare it with the database administration. Database administration is completely different. I'm not talking about the database administration as of now. Okay, so what I will do, first of all, let's do one thing. Let's open the browser. Let's open the browser and just search here with download Oracle 21C Express Edition. So just go here, scroll it down, and you will get the Express Edition. If you scroll it down, you can see here there is a setup available for Oracle Database 21C Express Edition. You can just click on that. You can just click on that. Okay, you can just click on that, and now here the setup file is getting ready. I will just pause it because this setup is already downloaded with me. I am not going to download it again. Let me check whether it is already installed also. So if I just go here, cmd, and this setup might be already installed in my laptop also, but let me cross check once. So I have opened that, and if I fire this SQL plus slash assist let me cross check whether I have this setup already ready. Actually, this is already installed in my laptop. Okay, I will not install it again, but I will show you the steps. So first of all, open. Okay, let's go here. Where is my setup? My setup I have placed in some location. Let me show you that. So if I go here, maybe here. Okay, so this is a zip file. You will get it. This is a zip file. You will get it. Okay, this is a zip file. What you need to do? This is a zip file you will get. Okay, you can see this is a compressed zip file. You need to right click. You need to right click, and you just need to extract it. I don't want zip file. You can click on extract all. You can click on extract all and just say next. So this will unzip basically if you just click on extract. So what it will do, it will create this folder. I'm not doing that again because it's already available in my laptop. Now double click on it, double click on it. So go inside that folder, which is my setup folder. Okay, go inside that folder, scroll it down, and there you can see something called setup.exe. Can you see here? You can see here something called setup.exe. So once you see that setup.exe, this is the one. Right click and run it as an administrator. What you need to do? Right click and run it as an administrator. So basically, I'm trying to do the installation of. Which one? I'm trying to do the installation of Oracle 21C Express Edition. Okay. So let's run it. Let's run it, and it's getting ready. Yeah. So see here, I'm directly getting an option to click on remove. Why I'm getting that option? Because this 21C Express Edition is already installed in my laptop. That is the reason I'm getting this option. If I click on the remove, so that 21C Express Edition will be removed, and then again I need to install it. So that steps are, time consuming process, but the installation of this Oracle 21C Express Edition is pretty much easy. You just need to say next, 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 next. In some time it will ask you password. Okay, in some time it will ask you password. So you need to provide the password as Oracle. Okay, keep the password as Oracle only. And sometime it will ask you to allow. So whenever it asks you to allow some Java and all, you just need to say yes. After 1 hour, you will find that your installation is completed. How to cross check whether my installation is completed? First of all, you will get a screen where it will say that the installation is completed. Why I'm not showing you practically? Because it's already installed in my laptop, and we will waste our time. Like we will waste our today's day. And the installation is very easy. Even what I will do, I will give you the recording also where I have completed the installation. If you don't know, again, if you get confused anything, I will give you a recording in your class and you can follow that. Actually, I want to start with the SQL command today. Okay. Now, what you need to do, you need to open the command prompt. How? Let me open that one more time. Just go to the search, open the command prompt, press enter, press enter. Then just search here with SQL plus slash as sysdba and press enter, and your SQL is, you'll get the SQL prompt like this. Once you get the SQL prompt like this, under this SQL prompt, you can see here that this is Oracle database 21C, and here you can write down your SQL command. Here you can write down your SQL command. So we are going to do that now. So today we have completed the Oracle database installation on Windows. That is what you need to follow. Okay, that is what we need to follow. Till now, whatever we discuss, is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, this part? Everyone, whatever we discuss, is it clear, this part? The installation is pretty easy. If you start doing that, you will find it like, okay, nothing is there. Just say next, 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 and it will be done. After 1 hour, it will be done. Is it clear, everyone? This part, whatever we discuss. Sir, please show the download option. Which options? 21C express action download. This one. Just go here. Don't do it now, okay? We'll be give you recording. Don't do it now. This one you need to download. If you want, I can give you the link also. Okay, we'll give you recording, so then you guys can follow the recording and you can try that. Okay. SQL developer we are going to see in Oracle DB, and for PostgreSQL we will see the PG admin. Okay, so that part I will cover in Oracle DB. The work of the SQL developer can be done from here also. Okay, now the next part. Let's see the next part. I'll just open that. Okay, so how the Oracle or any database get store data, how the data gets stored under the database. Okay, so consider that this is my database. Okay, this is my database. Under this database you can create a multiple table. You can create multiple tables. So you can create a multiple table. Okay, so what is table and why we create a table? Okay, first of all, see, we need a table because your data, we are storing it under the some database tables only. For example, so you guys have enrolled to the Learnomate for different courses. Okay, consider that you guys have enrolled to the Learnomate for different courses. Now there is a person with the name Sagar. He is coming and he has enrolled for the Oracle DB. I'm assuming that he has enrolled for Oracle DB. How much cost? Let's take an example. He has enrolled for 40k and he has paid only 10k, and the remaining balance he will pay 30k on some particular date. Now likewise we have another person, his name is Nikhil. He enrolled for Azure Data Engineer. He paid 50k. Among that he has paid 20k and 30k he will pay on some particular day. So all this information I can store it into the Excel file also. Earlier we used to keep this information into the Excel file also. But Excel file is quite, risky. Why? Because let's say I have used the Excel file. I have maintained all your data into the Excel file, but someone modified that Excel file, or there's a chances that your Excel file can be corrupted. There is a chances that your Excel file can be deleted also. So this is one disaster. Like this is a big challenge, right? Sagar said that, okay, I got the admission is 40,000, but his actual admission was done in, let's take an example, 50,000. So he's saying wrong. So we need to maintain this information somewhere, right? So what we do, we are going to maintain this information into some tables in the database tables. Where? So what I will do, I will create one table with the name student table. I'll create one table with student table. In that student table, I will keep his information like, let's say, student ID, student name, his course, and his fees. I will maintain into one table. And I may have a multiple table also, because when I'm running the business, I don't have only students. We have some employees also, right? So I'll create one employee table also. What information we are going to store of employee? First of all, every employee will have employee ID. Then every employee will have some employee name. Maybe he is having some salary. Obviously he is having some salary. So all the information we are going to store into the employee table, So one database may have multiple table based on their use cases. Correct? So what I will do, first of all, let's create a table. So I want to create a table, and in that table, I'm going to insert some data. So what is the table? So I'll create table name. What is my table name? Let's say I'll create a table name with the name EMP. So I'm creating one employee table. His column is ID. Create table name. The column name is ID. What is the data type? Like what will be the type of your employee table? What type of data will be stored under this ID column? So ID will be always like number. Okay. And what will be the size of your ID? That is the maximum. Like I may have an employee, like one employee, maybe 10 employee, 100 employee, 1000 employee, maybe in future 10,000 employee. But I know that the employees cannot be going with 10 decibel. So that's more than enough. So that is the size, So what is this? This number is a data type. Means data type define that what type of data will be stored under that ID column. So it will be number type of data. And what will be the maximum number? 10 size. Then I have ID, name is there. Name is of size character. Now name cannot be is of size number, right? It can be character. So what will be the maximum character in one name? It can be maximum 20 character. Okay, my name is Ankush, your name is Sagar, Nikhil, Sandeep, Chetan, Venkatesh. Maybe 20 is the maximum size. Then we have salary. Okay, so I'm creating one column with the name salary. Again, what type of salary? Salary will be definitely it's a number. Again, it will be number. One salary will be of size maximum 10 digit. So I have mentioned that. So this statement we call it as a create table statement. So as soon as I'm going to run this SQL query, I will get a table with 3 column ID, name, and third column will be salary. Does it contain any data? No, it does not contain any data. It's just a blank table. I got a table with structure only. So I got a structure. Now what I'm going to do, once I get a table, then I'm going to insert some data. How? By running insert query. So let's say there is an ID called 1. His name is Sagar and his current salary is, let's say, 20,000. Then I will insert my second record. His name is Nikhil. His salary is 30,000. Then I will insert my third record. His name is Sandeep. His salary is, let's say, 10,000. Then I will insert my fourth record. His name is Chetan and his salary is, let's take an example. His salary is 15,000. So I have an employee table. In that employee table, there are 3 columns are there. So this is something we called it as a column. And what this is something we called it as a row. Row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4. These are my records actually. These are my actual data. So what is table? Table is basically a combination of rows plus column. A structure kind of data gets stored under the table. So we need to create this. How are you going to insert this data? For that we need to use insert statement. How? Let me show you. Insert into table name values. What is the first column? ID. So you can follow this. So ID is 1. What is his name? His name is Sagar. Now since it is a character, since it is a string, we need to mention into the quote. What is his salary? The salary is 20,000. So I'm giving in the sequence. The first one is ID, name, and salary. Insert into table name, ID, name, and salary. So likewise, we need to run this SQL statement multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times we are going to run this because there are 4 records that I want to insert. Let's see practically. But before that, did you understand this? Whatever structure we created. Did you understand this, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Everyone able to understand? Okay. Quickly say we need to go ahead. Is it clear, everyone? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see the next part. Okay, let's see the next part. Okay, what I will do, first of all, let me go to the SQL. I'm going here and let me do one thing. Let's see it practically. Okay, first of all, which table we are creating? Which table we are creating? Which table we are creating? We are creating employee table. So I'll say create table, create table, table name. Okay, this is a syntax. Okay, this is a syntax. So create table, table name. Then which table? Create table, table name. We are saying create table, table name. First column is ID. What is the data type? Number, comma. So we have create table, table name, ID. Second column, name, character is of size 20. ID, name and salary. Salary is of type number. And what is the size? Let's say 20. Whenever we are writing the SQL statements, and once it is done, okay, once it is done, you can close like this. Create table, table name, and these are the three columns are there. Create table, table name, ID, name, salary, and press enter. The table got created. Table got created. What we have done? Create table, table name, ID, their data type, size, name, data type, size, salary, data type, size. The table got created. I want to see the structure. Structure means, let's say I want to know that how many columns are there. I just want to know. You can fire a command like describe emp. So that has told you that, okay, there are three columns are there: ID, name and salary. These are the three columns are there in that table. Now what I want to do, now we just created an empty table. It does not have any data. I want to insert some data. What do you want to do? I want to insert some data. So whenever you want to insert some data, what you will do? Whenever you want to insert some data, what you will do? Whenever you want to insert some data, so you'll say insert into table name. Insert into table name values. Insert into table name values. Insert into table name values. First, that is my ID. What is the second? Name. ID, name and salary. So first name is Sagar. The Sagar will be in quote and his salary, let's say 10,000. I have inserted. The semicolon we need to mention at the end of the every SQL statement, and I have inserted first record. Let me insert my second record. I will just mention 2. Then what is Nikhil? His salary is 20,000. Let me insert third record. 3. Chetan. His salary is, let's say, 30,000. Let me insert one more record. His salary is also 20,000. His name is Sandeep and he is fourth record. So you can see here that how many record I have inserted? I have inserted fourth record. 1, 2, 3, 4. How can I know whether the record has been inserted or not? How can I know? I want to know whether the record has been inserted or not. So I can run select star. I want to select all the column from which table? EMP. So you can see here that these are the records which are available under the employee table. So describe is the command which will just describe. Describe is the command which will just describe the table. And whenever you want to insert some data, you are going to use some insert command. Whenever you want to select the data, you are going to select the data. Whenever you want to create a table, you are going to use create statement. Create statement, create a table. Describe will tell you the structure. Insert will do the insert. And select will do the select. The select will do the select all the columns from that table. Star means whenever you want to select all the columns from that table, you are going to mention star. See, sometimes what happen in the real-time production environment, when you are working in IT, you will have, you will have hundreds of columns will be there, like you will have so many columns will be there. So what you'll do in that case, when you have so many columns are available in the table, you're not going to mention star. You'll mention like select which column you want to select. I want to select only name, comma, I want to select salary. When you run this command, so only these columns are getting selected. Star means you are selecting all the columns, but having star is not a better options. Okay, having star is not a better options. Whenever you want to select a particular column, you can select like this also. So what we have done till now, first of all, we created table, we describe the table, we inserted record. You might be asking like, can we have a single statement to insert all these 4 record? No, it is not possible in Oracle. Then can we select the data? Yes, by using select table, you can select the data. Whenever you want to select any specific column, generally like we don't select everything. When you select everything, it is a performance issue. So we only select the column which are required. So that's how we select the data. Did you understand, everyone? Did you understand, everyone, this part till now? Is it clear? Is it clear? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, so we have seen like how can you create a table. We have seen like how can you insert a data. We have seen how can you select the data. We also discuss about how to select a specific columns also. Likewise, you can create a multiple tables also. Okay, now the next thing which I want to tell you is, see, if you see this table, if you see this table, in this table we have only 4 records are available. Right now I can see only 4 records are there, but there is a chances that you may have millions of records available. See, you take an example of transaction. How many transactions are happening on daily basis, right? Millions of transactions are happening, right? So there is a table which contain millions of transactions, like so many record will be there. Or if you see the account table, or if you see the account table of banks, you may be seeing like so many account tables will be there, right? So many account tables, because so many people are creating account on daily basis. When you do select star from table name, a huge amount of data is getting fetched from the database. But many times, like I don't want to select everything, I want to select a specific record. Like let's take an example, I want to know the balance of my account only. So I will not select all the account, right? I will only select my account only. So in that case, what you can do, whenever you want to select some specific record with some condition, you have some condition, that time we can use where clause. Where clause. Like for example, I want to select only the record. I want to select only the record who is having salary is equals to 20,000. So which record will come? Nikhil will come because he is having 20,000. Sandeep will come because he is also having 20,000. I want to select the record who is having a salary as 20,000 only. I want to select the record who is having the salary as 20,000 only. You got my point? I want to select those record who is having salary as 20,000. So that time which clause you can use? Where clause. How to run the query? Select star because I want to select all column from which table? Employee. Where I will mention salary is equals to how much? 20,000. So when I'm going to run this command, when I'm going to run this SQL command, I will only get the record who is having salary 20,000 only. So whenever you are in a situations where you want to fetch a record with some condition, that time we can go with where clause. Let me show you practically. So if I just go here, Okay, if I just go here and if I say select star from employee, if I just run this command, all the record will be fetched. All the record will be fetched. I don't want to fetch all the record, but I'll mention where salary, which record, where the salary is equals to 20,000. So if I run this command, so only the 20,000 records are coming. See here, only 20,000. Every database is saying that only select the record which are required for you. That is good for your performance. Only fetch the record which are important for you. I don't want to select all the records. I want to select the record who is having salary equals to 20,000. I want to select the record who is having the name as Chetan. How I'm going to run the command? Same, select star from employee where name is equals to how much? Chetan. Now this Chetan is a string, na? So you need to mention in. Sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Whenever you are in a situations where you want to use some condition, that time we are going to use which clause? Where clause. So you can use this where with name. You can use this where with salary. Whenever you use salary, no need to mention quote because this is a number. But whenever there is a string, characters are there, you need to mention quote. You need to mention quote. So that's how you can use where clause. Is it clear, everyone? This where class? Where is it clear? This where? Everyone? You guys need to do this practice on your personal laptop. Okay, please complete the installation, do the database installation, create a table, insert some data, try to do some select level operations. This SQL is pretty much important, especially for data engineers. For DBA, if you have some basic understanding about the SQL, that is more than enough. Okay, but for data engineers or data analysts or data science people, you need to have quite in-depth knowledge about the SQL. So for DBA, like the basic understanding is more than enough, and that also we are going to cover that. Okay, so I will not take much today because this is your first class of SQL, so I will just stop it here. And you don't have an environment to do the practice also, so I will give you a day where you can complete your installation. If you got any issues, you reach out to the Learnomate team, fix your issues and come back to me. Okay, so from tomorrow we will continue this SQL and we will see some more important topics under the SQL, and I hope parallelly you guys are doing the practice of your Linux also. Okay guys, okay, let's connect tomorrow. We'll continue the but please make sure that you complete this installation. आप करो इसको खत्म. Okay, ठीक है guys. Okay, चलो फिर bye bye. Let's connect tomorrow. We'll continue this. Thank you so much for listening me. On same time we will connect by tomorrow. Okay, thanks.